plants inside or in the garden, but do we know which ones are poisonous? There might be poisonous plants in there.
Yeah, you know, plants, so first off, the reason why plants have toxicity, a lot of the times, why they do have poisons within them, is it's their way of protecting.
Right.
So if they want to make sure that they're going to be disease, insect resistant, sometimes they build that resistance in, and it can be harmful from everything from a bunny all the way through to some of your pets and, of course, yourselves and your children.
Yes.
So that's the reason why plants, you know, that's why cactus have thorns on them. Well, they have their spikes.
That's right.
Is to keep other things away. So here's a traditional kind of mix of what people could possibly have in their garden, indoors or out. So what plants here are poisonous?
You want me to guess?
Yeah.
Okay. This guy looks evil.
Yeah, so you know what? You picked an evil guy.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
I was just guessing, honestly.
And this guy here is Oleander. So this is what you would find in California along the roadsides, but also is used quite frequently in gardens during the summer months, up in the north as well as patio plants. Oleander, every part of this plant could be harmful if ingested. Just to look at, no problem. Pretty, touching, working with, no problem whatsoever.
Yeah.
But if you have a child, a pet, or somebody decides to eat something, this could be very, very harmful. And the key is making sure that you know the names of your plants in your garden, so that if somebody or something that you love eats something, that you're going to make sure that you can call a number or look it up to see is that is a problem.
Okay, that's interesting. My second guess is going to be this one right here. So
you are so good. You're so
poisonous?
Good. Yeah. Azalea. So Azalea, this is Northern Lights Azalea. This is a fantastic plant, even though the leaves right there have a little bit of powdery mildew. I can see that.
Okay.
But this plant here blooms in spring, but this is another one as an example of a broadleaf evergreen, the rhododendrons as well. And I have rhododendron, which is right here, which is kind of partner. These are both acid-loving shade plants, and both those guys right there, which are typical in the landscape, both of those, beware.
Oh
beware.
my gosh. Okay, so is this for pets, humans, or both?
Both.
So once again, don't ingest it.
Yeah, don't ingest.
You can have it, you can plant it, you can have them in your life, but you don't want to be eating it. And it's true, when you have a pet or you have a child, it's very difficult because they want to put everything in their mouths.
Yeah, let's talk about an indoor plant right there. So,
okay, so this guy is very cute. Are you trying to tell me he will kill me?
So this, what's neat about this plant, Dieffenbachia, also known as dumb cane.
Yes.
NASA tested this plant as an air purification plant. So this does this really well. By being in your home, will help clean the air and make you breathe better.
Good.
However, if somebody or a child or a pet goes and eats the foliage of this, it can cause some irritation of the stomach, and depending upon the size of the pet as well, could even cause them to die.
Really?
So you really want to make sure that if you do have curious pets and or children, you know the plants you're putting, or what you're doing is you're keeping them away. But this is a plant that provides us so much good, but it shouldn't be eaten.
Okay, that's good to know. Now, all of these will pretty much be marked on the labels. I know a lot of us are guilty.
Actually, a lot of them are not.
Really?
Yeah, this is a big problem.
So you've got to look them up then. You've got to look it up to figure it out.
This is a yew, and the yew itself, the plant itself is no problem, but this generally puts on a little bit of a red berry.
Yes.
It's the red berry that is poisonous. So this is a total fine plant. Used in many landscapes. This is one of my favorite plants that I use in shaded locations.
Yes.
However, the berry itself, and that's the thing, kids, you know, they eat strawberries, they eat raspberries, they eat cherry tomatoes, and sometimes they get conditioned to say, hey, if it's red, I'm just going to go eat it.
Yes.
Well, you want to make sure that you tell your kids only to eat the things that they know, or to be with an adult and ask the question to that adult, should I eat that plant?
Right.
Or eat that berry?
And hopefully the adult says no.
Exactly.
You should not.
This guy right here.
So that's a beautiful bloom.
Yeah, that's Foxglove, also known as Digitalis.
Okay.
It's another one. That's
it's a
another
poisonous
one
plant.
that you got to watch out for, because that guy right there could also be harmful to children and pets.
Is it the stem? Is it the bloom? Is it the whole nine?
It's the root, the foliage.
The whole thing.
Flowers not as much, but it's the root, and then the seeds. So the seed pods that are in there. Datura is another one. Trumpet flower is another plant that you got to watch out for.
Okay.
But for instance, like lilies, so let's bring this guy around.
Do lilies have a poisonous element?
So this is a daylily.
Okay.
This guy here has an edible bloom.
Okay.
Okay. An Asiatic lily, or an Asiatic lily, one that's more upright with the bigger blooms that are really fragrant. That one there, the root system of that, if a child or a pet were to eat that root system, really bad. So lily, even though it says lily, one lily's okay, the other lily isn't.
It really depends on, you know, the brand, right?
Yeah, so it's knowing what you have in your garden. I can't stress to people enough is just having a list of what you have, so that if you do have a curious pet or a child, that way you can say, you can look it up quickly. Poison control, there's many websites, there's even phone numbers that have 24-hour service.
Right.
you'll totally be fine.
Oh, really good. Okay, so that's interesting that it might not be put on the label. So if you are at a garden center,
They're not on the label.
they're not on the label.
No,
If
no.
you
A
are
lot
at
of
a
the
garden
times,
center, look it up
some
before
of them
you
have
purchase.
a little bit of information on there.
Yes.
Many do not.
Okay, good to know. This all came from the garden gallery, so thanks so much for gathering these gorgeous plants for us. Some of them look beautiful, but can be dangerous. So make sure you look it up. Frankie, thanks.